Okay. Dang, it kind of caught me. Oh, that's right. Miles isn't here, so I don't get the countdown. What's going on, world? It's your boy at Big Game James underscore 36. This is Big Games BS live to you from Phoenix, Arizona. Out here covering the Super Bowl. Um, cool city. I have nothing to complain about at this moment. Like when I was at KC, I bitched the entire time. But like right now, the food has been great. The hangout's been great. Everything's been pretty cool. They've done a really, really good job here in the city hosting stuff. I have been here since Monday early. Um, really just been ripping and running since I got here. Today's going to be a pretty packed day as well. We've got Media Row. Then we've got so we'll see who we see there. Hopefully, pick up some pretty cool, clutch, candid interviews. Um, we got a couple already that are in queue. So if you want to check those out, go subscribe to YouTube. You don't have to become a member yet, but subscribe so you'll see the type of content that you're going to get from us. And when the combine comes, we're going to have that stuff be exclusive to our members only. You could join and become a member on YouTube for as little as $3.99. Then there's as much as 100. Those $100 memberships going to get you a lot of stuff. But then we also have the $24.99. We've got 2 members right now so far, so that's cool. I appreciate y'all. We're going to hook y'all up for being the first. As I was joking on social media, I have some. If you haven't seen Sheena, my partner here, go check out Sheena. I got some good blackmail video. If we get to 50 members, I'm going to drop the blackmail video in our YouTube channel. So for people to go check that out. So on that note, we're still trying to get to over 2,000 subs. If we can get to 2,000 subs, that would be great. That would make my life a lot easier. You don't have to pay. Let YouTube pay it. Do we have that one up, Miles? So we can post that. Yep. So 2,000 subs. We're giving out $200. We get 1,000 subs on my personal YouTube channel. I'll start dropping more unique content on that, more day in the life type stuff, because I'm realizing now that my life is pretty dope and I do dope shit. But it's just a Wednesday to me. So, but like again, today we'll do Radio Row. We have Patti LaBelle concert that I got to go cover. Then there's a sneaker ball hosted by Rick Ross, and then Rick Ross is doing a concert. So y'all know I love the boss. So that's going to be cool as shit. So those are the main housekeeping things that we're going to keep going. And we haven't done a show in a minute. So let's go on and jump in. Oh, so the next thing, if y'all know, this is Sheena right here. If Miles can put up the next tweet. This is how when me and Sheena get together, this is basically what it looks like. If you haven't seen Hove and what's my girl's name? The Fine Destiny Child, to find this one. Kelly. When Hove sees Kelly, this is how I am when me and Sheena link up at different events. We was fly yesterday though. So, but that's basically me. But me and Sheena been eating. We could probably do our own culinary adventure show, but this was some braised rib or some shit like that. I don't know if y'all seeing me enjoy it. I ain't gonna lie, man. The flavor's been hitting out here, man. The flavor's been busting.
Yeah, it's so like fall off the. I'm gonna say fall off the bones. It's boneless, but look at that. Not yet.
That was Michael Jackson. Shout out to my boy Ricky, one of the biggest Michael Jackson fans. And they had cigars. Oh shit! Damn it! All right, Miles, you gotta take that off. I didn't realize that my credentials was showing. You can't show the credentials, but we'll be all right. Ain't not enough of y'all watching me right now for me to be worried about losing it for this one. But that's basically it. Super Bowl we did on Monday night when we got here. It was opening night. Miles had the greatest explanation of what that looked like. It basically Comic-Con. for sports. And I never really thought about it, but if you've never been to a Comic-Con, you should go check those out. They're actually pretty cool. But I met a lot of guys, talked to a lot of former Noles. Again, some more coverage, some things should be coming up. But I met this young man right here who I interviewed a little over a year ago. And that's Mr. Go 30 himself, Brendan Clinton. And like the first thing I'm like, so Sheena and them are talking. They're like, "Oh, I think he's famous. I think he's famous." And I'm like, "I don't know who the hell that is." And it's partially because I can't see. Like if I see you in the streets, it's not me trying to diss you. I really legitimately can barely see guys. Like so, if I'm staring, it's not trying to like, or if I don't entertain you, it's not that. It's just that I probably didn't recognize you because of my senses. But when I saw him, and if you notice again, we got to cover up the credentials and stuff. But he was just like, "Yo, I thought I was taller than you." And I'm like, damn. But young man, good dope young man. I like the direction he's going in with his content. Shit's funny, bro. Then this was me right here again, Media Raw right here, just playing around, just showing some cool videos. If you click on the next thing, you can play that sound too. I think this is one of the funniest TikToks. You got it, Mouse? This is also weird. So we're still testing this stuff. Nah, not that one. That's too far down. Yeah, that one.
Do I got a big dick? No. But do I know how to use what I got? Also no. But my personality is fucking.
Anyways, TikTok is just awesome. There was a TikTok booth there for on Radio Row, so we'll probably be doing some more stuff there. But Dr. Umar Johnson posed some serious questions here. One, don't take much credence to what Dr. Umar Johnson says. Anyway, he's kind of a charlatan. He speaks some good truth every now and then. Motherfucker owes me $2,000 for that school, but that was my dumb ass for being woke. That's why I always tell people I was woke so long that I decided to go back to sleep. But when he's on point and he's doing stuff, it's unintentionally funny. So play this right here, Miles, so we can see who, like, Super Bowl breakdown from Dr. Umar Johnson.
Peace and Pan-Africanism. Please tell me Jalen Hurts don't have a snow bunny. Please tell me Jalen Hurts don't have a snow bunny. Please tell me Jalen Hurts don't have a snow bunny. I'm a Jalen Hurts fan. Please tell me he don't have a snow bunny. Jalen Hurts has an African queen. That's what I'm talking about. Go get that Super Bowl, Big J. Jalen Hurts got an African queen. That's what I'm talking about. Go get that Super Bowl.
That's some
Jalen
incredible
got an African
Super Bowl breakdown
Mahomes
coverage.
Got a snow bunny. I'm staying with my Eagles. Jalen Hurts got an African queen. Mahomes got a snow bunny. I'm staying with my Eagles. Jalen Hurts got an African queen. Mahomes got a snow bunny. I'm staying with my Eagles.
All right, if you want to go to the next thing, Miles, where I have a picture. I started to ask Patrick Mahomes in the press conference yesterday what his thoughts were on Dr. Umar Johnson's I also asked Dr. Umar if he had any other pressing questions that he would like to ask. But he didn't respond to me. So, but this is how close we are, guys. So, like, if you guys actually have any good questions that you would like to ask Kansas City Chiefs players, or, actually, I need to ask my member section first since they pay. But if you got any questions that you would like to be asked or you would like to be heard, hey, who else is giving you the opportunity to get this close to your favorite athletes? So just hit me up. I have no problem checking that out. And then the last thing before I get into the meat of the show is that just in case people think that this is just, some far away thing, literally I got a chance to walk the field. Beautiful stadium that the Cardinals play in. Again, we ate, I would say it was brunch, but it was all the Super Bowl foods that they're going to be serving. But technically this picture is illegal, but it's a picture of me and it's not showing the field. So like they were very clear about you could not take top-down photos of the stadium. You can only take it at field level. So if you can show the field level photo, Miles, boom, right there on the field. I started to do some gassers, but I didn't want to get tased, and did not want to lose my credentials this early in the season. But it's early in the process. But getting into the stuff that you know and love, and we'll talk more about Super Bowl coverage. Super Bowl coverage, just follow me or go to the YouTube channel. You'll see all of the different things that you need to see with that. But there's a lot still going on in the world of college sports and college athletics. One, Florida State is the box office boys. Basically, when you put Florida State on, you know the streets is going to watch. Florida State averaged 3.09 million viewers for regular season televised games. Football games from 2014 to 2021, that leads all ACC schools. Michael Alford, who we will definitely be having an interview with here shortly, I believe. Oh, yeah, next week, President's Day. I'll be interviewing him. But it's a brand. When that brand is on television, it attracts eyeballs. And that's Michael Alford. We're going to call him Big Money Mike. We got White Mike, Big Money Mike. And they're definitely doing some things that are interesting. One of the cool things, too, about Monday, talking to and interviewing a bunch of former players, and hopefully I'll get up with my former teammate, Brian McFadden, while I'm out here. He's covering the Super Bowl as well. Everybody is happy that these young men and that the program is getting a chance to show what its true colors are. And Kendo, I don't think we got it on camera, but we had another solid conversation. Kendo is defensive end for the Kansas City Chiefs, who got a chance to play in that first season with Mike Norvell. And one of the things that he said, and this was off camera, but it was still, it's a true feeling. It's something that's pertinent, I believe. He didn't understand it, and he didn't necessarily vibe with it. And to his credit, he had Jimbo Fisher, Willie Taggart, and then Mike. So he's going on his third head coach. He said, but he could appreciate it, and he understood that if he was able to continue the same level of intensity and energy, that it was just a matter of time that they were going to be successful. So that's kind of cool to hear a former player who's now in a great organization with the Kansas City Chiefs talk so highly of Coach Norvell and speak about how you can see it. And one of the things that we all share, and what I always tell people, is the level of consistency that you get from Mike Norvell. Coach Norvell is literally the same person 10 a.m., 5 a.m., 2 a.m., 10 p.m. Same energy level, same things like that. And there's some things that he did from the first time I met him where it just doesn't feel like a bullshit conversation. It feels like it's something that you're really legitimately gaining from him. And he's really intrigued, and you can see why people want to follow him and do stuff. Now we just need those we just need more wins, and we need to get the recruiting up so that we can be able to maintain and consistently be able to do what it is that we do. But yeah, box office boys, man. So stay tuned for some stuff with Mike Alford, some interviews. We got spring ball officially starts on March 6th. So you know your boy will be over there. We're gonna Miles, we may be recording from over there. Now that I think about it, I gotta go. Damn, I'm gonna have to book a room over there. Shit, I didn't really think about that. But we'll be having our show March 6th. But I'll be at the first day of spring ball, as I always am. And I'll be first day of shorts, first day of full pads. Those are the two things that I like to do. And then I let them do their thing for the spring into the spring game. We are having a spring tailgate, the family reunion tailgate, $30. All you can eat, all you can drink. If you want to bring something, let your boy know. Then we will have the Labor Day kickoff, and that's back up to $60. Make sure you go check the respective social medias so that you can be able to get into that. If you're a member on the $100 level, you don't have to pay for anything else. Like basically you're doing that, you're going to be everywhere I'm at. Shit. If you were one of the $100 member levels and you could have got your ass out here to Phoenix, you'd be partying with Rick Ross tonight, just like me. I'd have made sure you got in. So, but just always keep that in mind. Wherever I take care of my friends, wherever I go, you get to go. Now, continue on the trend of college football. Is there a greater shit show than the University of Miami and what's going on right now? It is crazy. Things are hitting them from all sides. You've got one. Let's just talk about how they did. They paid Manny Diaz, and this is from Reddit College Football. What I'm reading this from, so I want to give them the props for this tweet. But Miami spent $8 million to fire Manny Diaz. It spent $9 million to buy out Mario Cristobal from Uncle Phil in Oregon. Then they pay him $8 million a year. So for a non-bowl game performance, was 9 plus 8 is 17. So they paid $25 million just to be able, just in this year alone. They spent millions of dollars to hire Josh Gaddis and Coach Kevin Steele, neither of which are here. And as I just told you, spring ball for Florida State starts March 6th. Spring ball for everybody should be starting around here in March. So it's only a couple weeks before spring ball. And Miami is offensive coordinator list. And I believe they just signed Lance Guidry as a defensive coordinator, who is Florida State fans should recognize him as that was one of the people that Tag wanted to hire. That right there alone should let you know everything that you need to know, is that Willie Taggart wanted to hire him as our special teams coordinator. He's a good guy, good coach. I think as long as he's not on the bottom, I think he's going to be okay. But of course, Miami fans are going to spin this and make this believe that he's the greatest defensive coordinator hire since Mickey Andrews. But it's wild. No OC, new DC, 5-7. Line that shit up, beat the fuck out of them. Cannot wait. You should be worse this year. Which is should be impossible. But you got that Jadakiss sound right there, Miles. If you click on that first link, it just kind of sums it up.
I mean, come on, what are we doing here?
It's basically, what are we doing here right now, Miami? Are y'all? It's what's wild is Miami fans talk about how much money they have, which you don't have any money, Miami fan. You have a couple notable boosters that have some bread, but that's like me flexing that I'm battles in, like their money is my money. It's not for Florida State. Like I don't have any say so in battles in. Those guys got the bread. I don't have the bread like that. Now, when I get the bread like that, I'm not going to let y'all flex on my bread like that. I earned that shit. And if it wasn't any worse, right now you've got Alabama, Oklahoma quarterback that's playing in the Super Bowl that everybody thought was going to go to Miami at one point. Miami fans and their beat guys were saying that it was a done deal. They took him to Tootsie's or some shit like that, and it didn't work out. But do we have that sound with what the GOAT, Nick Saban, basically said about his baby Jalen Hurts?
And then when he wanted to transfer, I said, well, who has the best player? He wanted to go to Maryland or Miami. I said, you need to go to Oklahoma. They got the best coach to develop you as a quarterback, and you're going to be around the best players, so that's going to enhance your chances of having success. He did that. He had a great year. I was worried about having to play him in the playoffs, and I can't tell you how proud I am of seeing this guy in the Super Bowl. And then
I just want to play that one more time, like in the beginning, just it's so much,
transfer.
So many subtle jabs.
Best player. He wanted to go to Maryland or Miami. I said, you need to go to Oklahoma. They got the best coach to develop you as a quarterback, and you're going to be around the best players, so that's going to enhance your chances of having success.
All right, you can stop it right there, Miles. He literally, Miami fans every year, Miami beat. Oh, we got the best players. We got this. We got that. We're doing this. We're doing that. Nick Saban said, hey, man, cut the shit. You said you wanted to be with the best players. Miami and Maryland ain't it. Definitely Miami ain't it. Take your ass to Oklahoma and go win something. And if that's not the worst, when Nick told the truth. Now you got kids trying to get all out of NLI deals. So there's NIL. There's always confusion. There's NIL, and then there's NLI. NIL should have nothing to do with NLI, but as people continue to push this shit with this Jaden Rashada, it makes you believe that there might be more to it, which there is, but I'm just saying legally there isn't. Well, now one of Miami's top prospects was one of their top he was one of the top players for the 2024 class. So like even the way Josh Newberg put this right here, there is no like perspective in it. But the number 248th overall prospect in the 2023 class, Anton Jackson, is asking to be released from his national letter of intent to Miami. This comes just a few weeks after quarterback Jaden Rashada was released from his to UF. Now, he's a 4-star corner. He was one of the top corners in the class of 2024. He reclassified. And for those who don't know what reclassification means, reclassification just means that he graduated early. So that means he's an incredible academic student to be able to go to college at 17. And he wanted to play a little bit early. But now he's signed it. He sees that it's a shit show and a clusterfuck. He has no idea who his DC is going to be. He has no idea who the OC is going to be. They have no idea of anything that's going on. So he just said, man, fuck all that, man. I need to get out of here. And Miami's going to probably make it a little bit harder. Holy shit. I just saw the mustache. Breaking news, Michael Irvin, who every time I've seen Mike Irvin at a Super Bowl, he's been lit. When I saw him in Tampa, you can see the white powdery substance by his mustache. He was in a strip club. He was having a great time, eating some chicken wings too. He's turned up. I saw him on Monday night. But apparently he's been removed from all Super Bowl appearances after he's been accused of misconduct with a woman. So breaking news on that right there. That's it's kind of hilarious. Not for the woman, but like just that happened to Mike. But going back to this young man, this is Gabby Urethra or whatever the fuck his name is for 247 Sports Inside the U. It seems like some are kind of over the whole situation, and I think it's possible that Miami decides to not let him out of his NLI, which in turn would force him to use his one-time transfer as a reclassified true freshman. Despite him actively looking around in December, Miami allowed him to sign even though some red flags started piling up. I think Miami potentially going the direction to make him transfer if he wants to leave is a fair one considering the conversations and overall situation that went down in December. That's just some early feedback. So basically Miami's going to flex on the little boy. That's so macho of you. Yeah. And Gabby gets really mad when people like read his shit. But enough of that. So we had a really, really great moment that happened in sport yesterday, but a few that have happened I don't think we got a chance to really talk about. Tom Brady is retired. And there's just some wisdom in all of these things that makes what we're going to actually talk about in all of this that much greater. And I want to big up the person in his life. So Miles, if you could click on the first thing, it's from Nick Wright, who I really don't like. But he is a big LeBron James fan, but this has nothing to do with LeBron. This is Nick Wright talking about somebody who we can all consider a GOAT, even though we don't use the Jordan rules for him, but Tom Brady is a GOAT. But Nick Wright talking about Tom Brady and what's going on with him right now. I think it all merges and makes sense. And if it makes me question, can you be great and be in a relationship?
I'm going to say I think unpopular thing. If you are, and
you get the whole gist from what Nick is talking about right there, is just like, but even before that, if you're listening to what was said, is this a Tom day or is this a family day? Here's a woman that knew what she was marrying. And then now she's immediately going back into her supermodel world. So she could be a supermodel for the rest of her life, just the way she's made it. She's one of the biggest stars. She's the bigger star in the relationship. Tom Brady can't be the greatest football player for the rest of his life, not active. And what's wild is she's already agreed that she's going to allow him to go be an analyst, which makes him leave the family for most of the year anyway. Because I don't know if people realize how busy you are as an analyst. But he has a bad bitch. That's a bad bitch. She's not holding him down. It's stressful. You see him losing his weight. She literally, who he's been to his core for most of his life has been a football player. And she wants him to evaporate that. But it's tough. Now, if you go to the next thing, Miles, the YouTube link, we got Uncle Shannon discussing why he's not married. And him and Ocho Cinco, if you haven't listened to this, it's probably one of the best podcasts that I've heard in quite some time. It's very refreshing. For guys who are trying to be aspirational, Chad Johnson, I think he's a little full of shit on some of it, but he gives some really good dating advice. He basically takes my whole, if she can't eat Checker, she can't eat Ruth Chris argument, it takes it to the next level. But it's about like, why are you trying me on things? But Shannon Sharp talks about why he isn't married. And it's nothing, one thing I tell women in my life, you just, when they start talking that I deserve shit, you know what I always say? You're right. You deserve better. But I deserve the opportunity to have everything that I'm looking for as well. And I know what I want. I know I have a short window, and there has to be concessions that are made when you're in these relationships. And when you're in a relationship with somebody who is a billionaire, somebody who is a GOAT, somebody who has a lot of status, everybody easily says that this is the way that you need to go. But there's one family, there's one person who has done it. Like when we think about Michael Jordan, Michael Jordan's greatest athlete, he's a dick. Tom Brady's obviously, Giselle probably thinks he's a dick. Giselle sent him the coat. Like, and what's crazy is you fuck around and you get your heart involved with some of these situations, right? And your heart fucks with your head, which your head is what makes your body be able to do what these amazing feats, whether it's that, whether it's in, making money, no matter what it is, but you need your head on straight. And then when it ends, women talk to you like it's an HR email. If you saw Tom Brady put his retirement post up, she basically told him, I wish the best for you. It was something, it was so cold. I was like, that's what's up. But I say I don't think it could happen because I don't think a lot of women are built like this one woman right here, who I personally think is one of the most beautiful women on this planet. And that'd be Savannah James. And if we look at what LeBron has been able to accomplish, we haven't ever heard a scandal from LeBron. We haven't ever heard like him not be a good father. We've never heard him not. Has anybody ever really heard Savannah James's voice? But yet we see her beauty. We see her power. We see all of these different things. It only works if you have a Savannah James. So I want to big up Savannah James before we go into bigging up our current GOAT in LeBron James and what he just accomplished, because he would not be able to accomplish this if she didn't have the level-headedness, if she did not have she did not make the sacrifices that she made to make sure that the household was run to a high level and not go for competing. Too often we see people compete. We saw that light-skinned bitch that talked too much. What's his name? What's her name? Steph's wife. When she went on the show with that other bitch, Will Smith's wife, Jada. And she's like, I see all these women going after him. I want to be recognized too. I want to do this. It's not about you. You ain't like, you can't shoot from the other 3-point line. Like, it's easy. We here to see him. That's why he's getting this hype and this success, not because he just woke up and he was pretty or light skinned. He's getting this success because he's really fucking good at what he does. And that's what we got to pay attention to. And don't get me wrong, she's gorgeous. I think she's young and she makes a lot of mistakes. But I mean, I think she's working. Ever since she had that outburst, she's kind of played the back a little bit more. But like Savannah is like sitting here like, okay, I'm going to take care of home. I'm going to do these things. And then now you see these things that are happening with LeBron. And LeBron gets it from every angle. No need to get it from your wife. No need to have trouble at home because it's very difficult to do what you need to do when you have trouble at home. But if you could click on that Braun history one, Miles, like it's crazy to think about what LeBron's been able to accomplish, the amount of hype that he's had since he was a child prodigy all the way through now and never really, and even at 38, like, man, my knees hurt from walking up and down, walking miles around Phoenix, downtown Phoenix. And this man is going out and performing at a high level. But yeah, push that video.
Do you want to be the best?
Yeah.
Dubbed the Chosen One.
The Chosen One.
And his mom had some tough early years.
You know, I was born with God-given talent, but you know, I had to keep working at it. And if I didn't keep working at it, somebody out there that's gonna catch me.
Well, simply put, Dan, LeBron James is the best high school basketball player I have ever seen.
No one can live up to this type of hype that's been placed on this young man.
Is this too much, or is it too much pressure for you? There's no pressure.
In probably the most anticipated debut of any first-year athlete in any sport. LeBron James scores shot is good. LeBron James, there's McGrady guarding him. Oh, my goodness. Tracy McGrady turns back and smiles. My goodness. Here's James for three. You got me. James. This is for the team. Overtime finish. Chicago, the youngest man in the history of the NBA to hit the 5,000-point barrier. James for the jumper for the win. Bang! 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 Oh, no! Almost got it. Oh, James. Oh, my. James puts it up. Puts it in. Counts by 3 with 20 seconds remaining. Hitting 10,000 career points. Youngest in the NBA to do that. LeBron James is now the all-time leading scorer in Cavaliers history. Another shot put out by the Cavaliers.
Y'all can go watch that on your own time, man. It just goes on and on through all the different things that LeBron has been able to do or been able to. Uh-oh.
I can still hear you.
Okay.
But I cannot see you.
Did all of them go
out? Yeah, for whatever reason, both your cameras are out, but I can hear you.
Yeah. All right, hold on. Well, you can hear me. That's the biggest thing. So through all of this, LeBron has lived up to the hype. And it's crazy. I don't even know why this happened. My bad, focusing on this. The fact that he's been able to be this successful through it all is again is a testament to having the right team in place and just a testament to having the right team in place and being now it's working. All right, we good? Oh, wrong way. Damn it. You coming next time, Miles. That's what we're going. That's all I'm saying right there. You can't not be on these trips, and I got to do all this stuff. All right. Damn, shit did it again. You know what? Just put the pictures. Put the fly picture of me up until we get this fixed.
I got it up.
All right. All right. So, anyways, LeBron's done all these different things. LeBron is talked about like by some people like a guy who just plays basketball at the fucking rec league. Like, it's so disrespectful that people like, and it's because people want to compare him to Michael Jordan, which is great, but like to say Michael Jordan isn't the greatest or isn't a great is and to have to down LeBron is just not what's up. But even across the league, Paul Pierce, he tweeted drunk. Honored to say I had a chance to match up with the Gaots. G-A-O-T. Let me just spell that a little wrong. I've always never acknowledged you as king, but you truly are the king. No player in NBA history has had the pressure coming in the league to exceed expectations. Not only have you lived up to it, but you have surpassed it. And I think that's what people have to really recognize about LeBron's greatness. It's not that Jordan was the 3rd overall pick. Jordan always had other people around him, but like as far as what people expect of LeBron on the basketball court from a society perspective, as a man, for example, here's something that he also gets from these pseudo political people, and this guy just is using this, and this is what I don't understand. Like, I'm a conservative, but I don't understand the guys who are conservative who can't see through people pandering and bullshitting with them. Like this guy, it needs freedom. Put 38,388 points, 0 morals, 0 values, 0 principles, 0 empathy, 1 bow down to China. Congratulations to King James. And like, it makes me really want to go down. And if you can look at the one from Taylor Conway, Miles, it just really what I really want to tell a lot of you guys to sum up this great Dave Chappelle skit. This is what we really want to say to a lot of you guys who just feel the need to have to constantly bash a man who's done nothing but be fucking great.
Hey, yo. Shut the up.
That, and then I'll take it even a step further, man. Can you give me that Kevin Gates sound? Because this shit is ridiculous.
It played. I don't know if you could hear it.
Oh, I couldn't even hear it then. That's what's up. But it's all good. Then you got guys like Sunni One Sai or whatever with his 753 followers. Went viral for this. This is fitting. Breaking the scoring record in a blowout loss. Empty stats for a career loser. And like, people talk about this man not being clear. Like, this is where the power of media, Skip Bayless and these guys. Matter of fact, if I see Skip, Skip and Jason Fatlock might have to get swung on. But like, bro, you can't win. You don't have 38 points in rec ball, but yet the lead, but coming out here and trashing this guy. But what it's really all about, though, when you're performing at that high of a level is like what Paul Pierce said, but really this picture right here sums it up. It's who my GOAT is, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, one of the greatest Lakers of all time, and LeBron embracing each other. 76,777 points in one picture. Like Stephen A. Smith made a comment about this year's Super Bowl and saying that he doesn't necessarily think Rihanna's on the same level as Beyonce. That's that man's opinion, right? And what people immediately went to the streets taking or went to the Twitter streets because everything is fucking woke. They said, why are you pitting 2 black women against each other? Why can't it just be that they're both great? And these same women, same men, same people will go out here and posture and consistently put black men against each other. When the reality is, it's just people really showing great bouts of greatness in their respective sports. And we should be honoring it. not comparing and contrasting. Like there's people even going down to saying like, look at LeBron's sons wearing Jordans at his celebration. Why can't we just celebrate Black excellence in February at that, especially in a time where we have a lot of different things going on? But that brings me into my next one. Context clues. We may have to start doing these things about what's racist and what actually isn't racist. And maybe some things have the essence of racism, but you flip it, right? Well, I'll tell you this. There's a few things in this world that I love more than a good seasoned, deeply fried chicken. I like them. Love it. Hot summer day. I want some watermelon. Waffles, I'm okay with, but that's become a brunch staple for you colored people. But it's very expensive to eat fried chicken and waffles. I just had some on Monday. It set me back a couple dollars when you go to some of these places. My son goes to a Title I school, so it's a free lunch. But you know, maybe somebody was sitting around and thinking, man, what can I do to be racist on this day? But I doubt it. But more than likely what the person was thinking, and it might have been influenced by racism, was what do Black people like to eat? Let's eat some Black food for Black History Month. And a New York school issues an apology after students were served chicken, waffles, and watermelon for Black History Month. And this was from Aramark. So Aramark is the official provider. So this is a big company. So they I guess they would know better. While our menu was not intended as a cultural meal, we acknowledge that the timing was inappropriate and our team should have been more thoughtful in the service. That's Aramark's official statement. Meanwhile, when I was coming up, all I had was the square, which I actually enjoy. I wish they would put these at restaurants now. The square pizza and chocolate milk was like the jump off. That was what I used to get. But like, I'm gonna be honest with you. If Twin Lakes Academy offered my son this, I would only be mad if they didn't let me come and have some. It's the only way I would be upset. Give me some hot sauce and some strawberry butter, like I can get, like I've become a fan of. And shit, man, I would be in that bitch living my best life. There's no need to march. There's no need to protest. At its simplest form, this is very stupid. It's not malicious. There are malicious things. And one of them that I don't really understand right now is, you know, Ron D, who's done a lot of good things as governor, but also has done some things that are just fucking crazy. And what he's done with this stay woke, stop the woke shit is completely... One, I don't like the way American history is taught in general. But we have AP Chinese history courses, AP Hispanic courses. One of the things that people have to realize is the fight always seems to have so much more strength and vitriol when it becomes an African-American thing. And it doesn't make sense. None of us really truly understand why it's so strong. And so you went up against an entire thing, you're saying we're going to go anti-wokeism, whatever. You don't want people learning about African-American history and AP. You want to go and you want to check every book. Now, I'm not saying he's Hitler, but like when you guys like do go and look at your history, like do y'all realize like this is the beginning of every fucking really bad thing is when they go in and take all the books and like try to start restricting and looking at you. But like at a certain point, can we have context and look at stuff? Henry Aaron happens to be Black. He's also from Duval, but if you go click on the thing, Miles, like this book right here, there's also a book called Love Your Hair that's been banned. So like oh my God, little Black girls loving their nappy locks is going to cause somebody to be upset. But apparently in Duval County, Florida, has banned this book among others. And that book is Henry Aaron's Dream. And what makes this ironic, Henry Aaron's Dream, Hank Aaron played his minor league ball in Jacksonville. We just honored him here not too long ago. Here are some books that have been censored. Before she was Harriet, a book about Harriet Tubman. She freed the slaves, if you don't understand that. Island Born. Looking for a bongo and found a cat. Love to Mama, a tribute to mothers. A Mother's Lap. Uncle Jed's Barbershop. You know, nothing screams wokeism like a barbershop. Barbed Wire Baseball, how one man brought hope to a Japanese internment camps of World War II. The Berenstain Bears and the Big Question. Between Us and Abuela. Black Frontiers, a history of African American heroes in the Old West. Climbing Lincoln Steps, the African American journey. Jesus Christ, Celia Cruz? You banned a book on Celia Cruz? Dad, Jackie, and Me. It's just, you know, the first Strawberries. You know, and they'll come in with this, it's about our children. Whose children? Why can't my son read about Henry Aaron? Like, what is so bad and shaking you to your core that you can't tell the truth? This will all be reversed more than likely when Ron is out of office, and it'll be short-lived, and a lot of you guys will pound your chest and talk about things that you have no idea are even happening. But it's wild. So you have two things. It's chicken. Would you have your chicken and watermelon? Or would you rather have your history erased? What are they going to do? Are you not going to be able to do, kids not going to be able to read autobiographies of African-American athletes? I don't know. It's a really weird world. And it's a place where this is why I don't trust anybody who comes to me with Christian principles, because your Christian principles are not lived out in your everyday walk. Some of the best Christians I know are Muslims. Now, none of this in which is alpha. It's all beta, all fake energy. But nothing is worse than trying to portray this big macho man, and you can't protect your woman or protect if somebody wanted to come get your woman. Nobody has been disrespected, and what I don't care for, again, I can give LeBron props. I think Rich Paul is doing some big things, and I think Maverick is awesome as well, but I don't like Maverick. Stems from a personal thing. Maverick almost caught these hands at a Cleveland Cavs game for me when I was front row. He asked me a stupid ass question. He got mad because I took a picture of LeBron. So he goddamn right I took a picture of LeBron. But Rich Paul does not deserve the disrespect that he's been getting lately. Dating Adele. Now, Adele, I tell you what, Adele found her Rich Paul, found her nice chocolate king. And she's shot. Like, ladies, this is how you shoot your shot at the guys. But when this happens, though, and she makes that kind of bread over you, bro, you got to realize you're the Savannah James in this relationship, Rich, which is a hard thing for some men to be able to get to, because Adele is the queen. Adele could get it. I'm sorry. Adele, she can sing. I like the chunky Adele a little bit more than I like the skinny Adele, but this skinny Adele went out and found a man. She said she wants some pretty little black babies from Rich Paul. She wants Rich Paul to stop working. She wants to pay all the bills. And what happened was wild is Adele paid her. Adele is acting like a dude. Adele paid her old dude off for her freedom, because that's what some of my rich friends are calling divorce, paying for your freedom. She paid for her freedom to go find her a nice colored gentleman that because she's like these African. Because I found what these white women will tell you is them sisters don't know what they got. They don't love you like we love you. I just love your chocolatey skin. I want you to be all here. But the problem that comes with that is that Adele is a coveted woman and very successful. And when The Rock comes a calling, ain't shit you can do. So at the Grammys, The Rock was walking to the stage, and you can post a picture, Miles. The Rock was walking to the stage, and he just comes up, and Adele is just a little bit too friendly, man. Like she was hugging on him, kissing on him, and all these different things. And everybody thought it was a joke, but Rich Paul, Rich was ready to square up on him. The problem is, can you beat The Rock? No, he can't beat The Rock. That's the problem. You know you're gonna get an ass whooping on that one. But it gets worse. It gets worse. Busta Rhymes, one of the greatest rappers of all time. And let's just look at the whole interaction. And there's just so many micro expressions in this interaction. If you got that video, Miles, it's bigging her up, but it's a little bit too much. Sometimes you gotta go. I've had people tell me this. Like I've had an ex say, "You out here you are entirely too fucking friendly. Stop being friendly." But like this right here, just look at the disrespect unintentionally.
And you look fucking right.
We watch you though, Queen.
Oh.
Because you inspire a lot.
Oh.
So we watch the shit
Look at that
might
how he's
be none
holding
of
her
our
hand.
business.
Well, I'm just so sensitive to the fact that my entire teen life, you were the absolute king.
Watch what he does to him.
God bless.
That's Rich Paul's shoulder is on.
Congratulations tonight. It was absolutely fucking phenomenal.
He's like, hold up, son.
And you look
I'm talking to your bitch right now. There's nothing you can do right now. Because let's look at it. Let's be for real. I don't know if you guys have ever seen Busta Rhymes. I got a chance to meet him in 05 at a party. Busta Rhymes like 6'6" or some shit like that, dog. Make sure I'm not lying. Maybe he was taller in my dreams or in my imagination. Busta Rhymes height. Nah, Busta Rhymes way taller than 6'1", dog. I think he's 6'4". I'm gonna go with 6'4". That's what it says it could be. Busta Rhymes easy 6'4". Right now they saying he's 285. He's jacked. Rich Paul is 5'8". Just saying, dog. And then the way he put his hands on it, hey man, it's okay. Right now I'm talking to your woman. Me and your woman are having a conversation of equals. We'll invite you into this conversation later, young man. Just chill out. No way to put you. Nothing feels worse than being put in your place inadvertently. But I'll end it with this. If you need somebody to become a little bit more masculine, and they need a good book to read. And this is one right here. If they probably will ban this book in the state of Florida because just the way things are going. But Patrick Ricard has a book about how to properly play the fullback position. You need to get every young male in your life this book right here. It's amazing reading. The fullback position techniques from a pro bowler. So like if we can get that video, got that picture, Miles, place that up there. This is what everybody needs to get that man in your life. Something, especially when he's acting a little more like a skill player, acting a little bit too catty. Let him play a little bit of fullback. The world was a better place when fullback position was more prevalent in American mainstream. So on that note, man, I got to get ready to get down here to Radio Row. Got to pack up, bring all of this shit, and try to see what we can get you guys. Make sure you go check out the YouTube channel for all of the different updates, for all of the different things that are going on. Hopefully, we'll have some of that stuff up today or as the day goes on. So we'll probably be flooding your timelines, but it's going to be on YouTube first. Then we will get it out here to the other different channels. Appreciate you guys chopping it up with me. We will see you guys next time.